Assalamu alaikum. In this video we are exploring this nice asset. You can see nice traffic, walking people, talking people, urban traffic system with a nice traffic lights system as well. So we will learn in this video that how we can set up urban traffic system into our own project and in our own city of the game. So let's start. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. In this video we are going to learn about urban traffic system, which is a very nice asset of Unity on asset store, and it has a nice traffic system, audience, talking people, population system, and everything is included in this system. So for this purpose, because some students have little difficulties in configuring the asset, and also they don't know how to implement this asset into their project, so I am just creating this video. So in my case I am using Unity version 2021.3.16 F1 LTS version, and the asset is actually the urban traffic system which I am going to use is actually of 2018 version, okay, the older version, although it has everything which we need, but we have to do a certain configuration to set up it properly. So here you can see that we have urban traffic system 2018.2 Unity, and if you will visit now, if you will visit the urban traffic system, for example, let's go to urban traffic system Unity, you will see that now it has a version, the latest version, I hope so, and it has a version of you can see 2021.1.24 or higher, okay. Although in this version or in the later version we will have the same abilities, okay. So I'm just showing you and the process will be same, okay. If you have a new version or the older version, which I have, no issue, you can use both and you can use the same technique. So after opening this project, we will import our main asset, which is urban traffic asset system. So let's wait for some seconds. Okay, so now we will just drag drop this asset into Unity, and we will just import this asset, and whenever you will import it in first time, you will get a message of import and upgrade. So you have to click on that option, and then it will be imported into our project. So you can see import, and we have to import everything. Let's import everything. Okay, so now when we imported our assets, you can see errors here, okay. So these errors are actually the stable errors. If you click on clear, you can see that we can't clear it, and if you play the game, you can see we can't play the game. So you can see that these errors are related to standard assets, and also third-person user controls, cross-platform inputs, etc. So actually we need cross-platform inputs thing inside standard assets. So what we can do is that we have the standard assets, and if we open this standard asset, you can see we have only 3 folders over here, and we don't have folders platform inputs, etc. So one solution is to import the cross platform input, but I will import all the extra folders which are not available in standard assets. It would not cause any issue, so don't be worried about that. So if we go back, and I already have a standard assets in my system, so if you don't have it's not available on the asset store now, you can actually bring it from the incern.org. and here you can see that we have cross platform input, and let's import it and let's see what will be the result. So let's import the cross platform input only, and now you can see that we have only 4 errors now. And now we have car controller assets, and I will just go to the standard assets, and we have the vehicles, and if we go here we can see that we have vehicles. Yeah, here it are the vehicles. So I will just open this in the Explorer, and I will go here and I will just copy the vehicles folder, and I will just move back to this folder where we have the vehicles, and just paste it, and it should replace, or we will just skip the files. Okay, and let's move back and let's see that the issue will be resolved or not, and hopefully it will be resolved, maybe, or maybe not, I don't know. Let's see. Okay, so I think error is resolved, and if we play the game we have no errors. That's great. So now we have solved our main issue. So now next thing is to explore the UTS. So if we move here and if we go to the UTS Pro, you will see a lot of folders here where we have the sounds, where we have the skybox, where we have the scripts of the UTS Pro, we have the scenes, and we have a lot of other things where the most important things are the models. Okay, so here in the models you can find out the car models, a lot of car models here. You can see a lot of cars are there, and definitely you can create your own cars as well. So for creating your own car, for example, this is a car, you can just place this car over here, and that this car has these things. Okay, car wheels and the wheel colliders are the most important thing. Tire meshes is the most important thing. So whenever you will replace the mesh, for example, you can duplicate the prefab, then you can replace the mesh of the original car, and then you will replace the tires with the new car tires. Okay, so it's very simple. I will not go into this much detail for this specific video because I want to make this video as small as possible, and I will try to cover everything. So anyhow, these are a lot of variety of cars is already available, and if we move back and we can see the crossroad prefabs are there. Okay, so we already have some crossroad prefabs. If you want to utilize these prefabs, you can do, or you can customize this as well. And then we have people prefabs, where we have the prefabs and we have lot of peoples here. So you can also bring the people over here, and you can change the mesh of the people, you can change the avatar of the people, and animator should be the already available controller. If you have CAD model, you can use CAD controller. If you have man model, you can use man controller. Okay, simple as this. And the mesh you can replace with your own character. Okay, and then you can duplicate that prefab and you can utilize that for your own game. So now you understand the main hierarchy, and if you go to scenes, you will see that we already have some setup scenes here, just showing us the power of UTS Pro, and you will see walking, moving cars over here. If I will just go to scene view, just for showing you the things closely, you can see that we have nice cars over here and beautiful. Okay, these cars are following the path, and you can see the walking people, okay, and you can see the skateboard people, and also you can see the police car path is there, the bike path, okay, so beautiful, and everything is set up. So in this way you can find out a lot of scenes, and as you can see that we also have night scenes, we have the right and the left scenes. If you will want to see this, you can just enjoy this, okay, and yeah, fantastic. So also you will see this truck controller crossroad. For some reason the truck was not moving accurately, but I will just check it out again. If you will play this, yeah, you can see we have an error here, okay. So what is the error for this particular scene is that if we click on this error, you can see the truck 2, and here you can see that wheel meshes variable of the car controller script in the inspector was, okay. So we select the truck, you can see we can focus on the truck, and if you want to set up this scene, for example, and without errors, you can see this truck, and if we select the truck, you can see the hierarchy. I will just unplay the game, and here inside the car controller we have 6-wheel drive, and also you will find one more car controller here with the 4-wheel drive, and here the wheel colliders, wheel meshes, and wheel effects are missing, okay. So what we will do, we will just extend this, and we will just find out the relevant things. So wheel meshes, so here you can see front left, front right, then rear left, and rear right. Also for the colliders, to add colliders, you have the colliders are also front left colliders, front right collider, rear left collider, rear right collider, and then for this wheel effects we will add the colliders again, okay. So wheel FL collider, wheel FR collider, rear left collider, and rear right collider, sorry, not this one, this one, the simple one. So yeah, rear right collider, okay. So that's it. Now if we play the game, you will see that we will not face any error at all. So these things, you can tweak these things with your own needs. So you can see we have a nice track over here, and for some reason I can't move this track, and definitely we will not use urban traffic system for controlling our main player controller car. So it's okay, it's fine. So now let's move further, and let's set up our own scene, and we will see how we can set up traffic in our own scene. So I will just go to the city, and I have some assets here, so I will just bring out the city. Which city? Low poly, this one, okay, polygon city. So let's bring it in the Unity, and let's set up this city, and then we will set up the UTS Pro accordingly. So now we have imported our asset. We will just open this demo, and let's see how our city look like. Yeah, beautiful. It's beautiful city, although it's a low poly asset, but I like it. Yeah, beautiful. So we can set up things here, and just for the analyzing that how open traffic system will work, and yeah, that's beautiful. And let's delete the cars, already available cars here, because we don't need these cars. So I will just go here, and we have car, taxi, and already available cars are a lot of more cars are there, so we don't need these cars. So I will just select car here in the hierarchy, and then I will just select all the cars, and let's make it invisible for testing purpose, or just delete it, no need for these cars. So control A and delete. Okay, so that's great. So now our cars, we have a nice blank city with the no car, but other things are absolutely good, and we can set up the urban traffic system over here in the city, okay, to the certain area for just analyzing things, okay. Before adding the traffic to the main city, I will just add some other asset as well, or okay, no problem, we will just test out the traffic, no issue. And I will set up the camera at certain place so that can view the city. So camera is currently set up here, and we want our camera to somewhere here, other at other position. So let's bring the camera to certain point. Yeah, this point is good. 4-way out. Yeah, this one is good. So yeah, this one is fine, I think. So just place our camera at this point so that we can view the traffic in game mode as well. So let's select the camera, control shift F to focus the camera out here. So now if we play the game, we'll see this area. Yeah, that's beautiful. So now we will see that how we will set up the traffic system, population, audience, and lot of other things related to the urban traffic system. But before that, one more thing is that for UTS Pro, we can create a new scene for the UTS Pro. Okay, so what we can do, we can make this scene as a prefab. So let's go to assets folder, and let's make it prefab. You can set up the whole scene with your own technique, but for me, I will just make it city, and then I will just delete the camera, we don't need it. We will just set up the camera in next section. The directional light also we don't need, we only need the city model. So let's bring the city everything, and with the colliders, and let's bring it in the city game object, and then we'll just bring this city over here as a prefab. So now we will have a nice city, hopefully. Okay, yeah, we have a prefab. We can just drag drop the prefab to reuse this city, and that's great. So now for UTS, we will just go to UTS, create a new scene. And now you can see that we have totally new scene over here, and we can save this scene. So when we will create a scene with UTS Pro, you will see that we have a main camera, we have a directional light, we have a population system. That's great. So now we have these things set up already in the scene. So now what we can do is that we can save this scene. So save, and we can go to scenes, and let's name this scene city with UTS. And now this is our starting point. Go to prefab and bring the city. Beautiful. And now we'll just place the camera at the desired position, which we have suggested in the last video. Where was that? Anyhow, we can just add camera at any position. Yeah, this position is good, I think. Yes, because it has a four-way, so we can see the traffic and analyze the things in a proper way. So I will just set up the camera over here. So let's go to the camera and press Ctrl Shift F, and now if you play, you will see that this area will be focused. Yeah, that's beautiful. Although if you have any controller or any other thing, then you can see it in a nicer detail as well. So I will try to do that as well. We have standard asset car actually, and we can bring our car here as well for the visualization, I think so. Let's see, play, and let's see that car is working. Yeah, that's great. We have a car, so view our city. That's perfect, no problem. And if we have a car, then I will just focus the car. I'm just setting up the thing so that we will visualize the city in a proper way. Just add a material red, and indeed we can replace the mesh of the car, but no need, and red material is fine. Let's add the red material. Let's add the red material to the car, and beautiful. Now we have a nice player car, and we can go to standard assets. Unfortunately, we didn't have imported the cameras, so let's go to standard assets and let's bring the cameras as well, because we want to use the standard asset camera. That is quite a beautiful camera. So let's delete the other camera. Let's go to the cameras. Let's go to the prefabs. Let's go to the multi-purpose camera rig and bring the car transform over here. Okay, it's already detected. So now if we play, you will see that we have a nice car over here, and we can move around the city. That's beautiful. So now we will bring out the other things, the traffic, the people, and all the things related to UTS Pro. Okay, so now we want to add the traffic to our scene. So I will just adjust a small area first of all, so that you will get an idea that how our traffic will look like, and definitely you can do it for the whole city as well. But for now I will just figure out this thing for this small area. So I will just set up the traffic for the okay, let's set up this for this area only. Okay, so what we can do, we can go to UTS Pro, create vehicles, and then we'll just name this path name path 1, and now you can see that we have a click left mouse button to create the next point. Okay, so what I want is to create a path from this area to this area, then this area to this area. Okay, so let's do that. So first of all, I will just select this point, and I will just zoom in a little bit, and actually when I will just click here, it will create a point, so that's why I am a little bit okay, no problem, we can just click here. Okay, and then with small points we have to click on the with certain distances. Okay, so for example, this much distance is fine. Click here, and then maybe click here, maybe click here. Okay, and I will just click on this point. And this point, this point. Oh, sorry, I have to come, so I have to come to this point actually. So little issue here. So that's it. So now we can just click on finish. Okay, so now our path is created. So the thing is that we can simply move around the path, but we can do a lot of things with this path as well. So here you can see that we have a number of ways. We can increase the ways. The first thing is walking prefab. So the car prefabs which we want to move around. So you can go to models, cars, car prefabs, and you can select the desired prefabs. So for example, city bus, this one, and this one, and for example this one and this one. Okay, so the car model, and now we can drag drop these prefabs, sorry, to the path actually. I will just make this lock so that we can't move. Again I will select bus, okay. So now we have added 5 vehicles. We can figure out the line spacing between the two ways. Okay, so here you can see that we have to make it spacing, oh sorry, this is the number of ways. We only need 2 ways because the city road is not too big. So line spacing we have to figure out. Okay, maybe this much is good, I think. Yeah, this much is good. And then we have the loop path, so we can loop out the path, no problem. Minimal object length, and we have speed, move speed. I will just make it 8. I want a lower speed of the vehicles. Distance to car is fine, other things are fine. But before finalizing the things and populating the things, we have to more important thing. Okay, so let's zoom in, and when you will zoom in, you will find out this point. So we can actually edit these points. Okay, so let's select the point, and we can move these points like this. Okay, so for example, at this spot we'll just move it to here, maybe, or then the next point is this one. So let's select this one, this, I don't know why this is the issue. Okay, yeah, now it is fine. So in this way we have to figure out the things, and we have to actually fix out these points. Okay, so after fixing out the points, I will resume the video. Anytime you can add more points as well. For example, if you have problem with certain area, for example this area we have certain issue, then we can click on add point and we can click on add point anywhere. Okay, then again we will edit point and we can zoom in to find out the new point, and then we can play with that area. Okay, so that's very nice features. We can fix out these things. Okay, so yeah, so in this way I have just figured out the things little bit. Okay, yeah, here you can see that we have this area, and unfortunately we have this area is closed here. Okay, for what reason? Yeah, I think the next section is little bit problematic. Yeah, here you can see we have some overlapping points, so maybe issue with these points, so no problem. Yeah, okay, now it's fixed out. So you play a little bit to make things better. Okay, where is the point? Okay, so now we have figured out the overall path, and you can see that it's quite good now. And now if we select it, you can see that we have everything. We have now the directions. So you can see that we have features for the direction. We can decrease or increase the we have forward and backward direction. We have hug left, we have hug right, we have wave left, we have wave right. So let's select hug left, for example, and the line spacing I will just make it little bit lesser. Okay, and because the corner is there, so let's make it 7.4 or 7.3 maybe. Also recheck the area with this middle thing. Okay, so yeah, that's fine. I think that's great. So now we can just click on populate, and it will populate the traffic. You can see we have a nice traffic here. So now if we definitely have very big trucks which are actually designed for the bigger roads, so these trucks will create issues. So let's delete the truck. It will create problem. So let's add some taxi, for example. City bus is fine, but because our bus city is very small and road is very small, so let's use some small vehicle for this purpose. Okay, and again I will just click on populate, and let's play the game and let's see what will happen. And we have an error. So what can be the error? Because the lexicon one has some issues. No problem. No issue. We will just move back. We will just go to the path 1. Let's delete everything again. Let's select taxi, let's select police car, let's select this one, let's select this one, and let's drag these two. The area. So the error was because when I will select the model, maybe I didn't selected the prefab. Maybe I have selected the model or anything else. I don't know. That's why we can face the issues. So populate again and let's try it again. Yeah, now you can see we have a nice traffic around the city, and great. You can see it is quite beautiful, and you can see here we have the conflict. So sometimes you have to fix out the things, otherwise you will face this type of bad traffic, because the city road is very small in wideness, so that's why we have the issues with the traffic. So if you have the bigger roads and bigger areas, then that's great, you can do so. You can set up these things in the proper way, and indeed we can actually make this city bigger as well. So for example, if we go to city, we can just go to scale it to 1.5, 1.5 and 1.5. The roads are quite better, but definitely the line spacing and everything will be messed out. So I will just, for now I will just make it to 1, 1 and 1. Later on I will fix it and I will show you the result, no problem. But anyhow, you can see that we have successfully added the traffic in with few clicks. Now let's move further, and the thing is that certain areas, for example this area, you can see this is a junction, a square junction, so standard junction, and some junctions like this is a T junction, no, not this one, yeah, this one is a T junction. So how we can add certain traffic lights to this area? Okay, these traffic lights are available within the city, but these are just the fake traffic lights, not working at all. So with the UTS Pro, you can add actually your own traffic system, the lighting traffic light system. So UTS Pro create, and this one semaphore system and standard crossroad. Now you can see that we have a standard crossroad point prefab, and the point prefab position where we will click the mouse, the button, the position will be there. So let's click it here. Okay, here it is. Yeah, here, and now you can see that this junction is created. But you can see it's a very big junction, because it is the standard cities, and this city is very small cartoon city, so everything is small here. So definitely we can actually scale it like this. Okay, and then we can just adjust it to the certain points. Okay, and that's great. We have a traffic light system as well. And for the T junction, for example, at certain points you want to add the T junction, you can do so as well. So for example, in this scenario, this one is a T junction, so we can use the same technique, T-shaped. Okay, so for this we will choose the same technique, just left click here and we will have the T cross junction. Okay, and definitely this is also in a bigger in the size, so we'll just make it smaller, and also we will just check out the right area. So here you can see that this should be rotated, so let's select it and let's rotate it to this spot to -90 degree, and that's great. Okay, now it's added. So this trigger you can see should be before this walking across, so here it should be. Okay, so yeah, great. So now we have added this here as well. So in this way, in your scene you can set up the standard traffic light systems or T traffic line system at any place into your city. Okay, so this city is a little small, that's why we are facing these type of problems, but anyhow you can see that it should work now, hopefully nice. Okay, so you can see, yeah, you can see traffic light is working. This car is stopped just like here due to traffic light, and when the traffic light will be activated, you will see that this car will start moving, hopefully. Okay. Just check it out. Yeah, you can see now it's just moving. So that's great. Traffic system is working absolutely nice, and with the traffic light system as well, you can add and animate the traffic lights as well as per your needs. But anyhow, you can see that we have implemented the traffic system with traffic lights and other things as well. So now what else we need is we have population system as well. So we have the walking people. So let's create the walking people, and you can see that we can create the walking people at any area throughout the city. So let's go to path name and let's name it to walk 1. And now he's saying that we have to left click to create a path. So let's click on the footpath, and then I'll just select this thing. Okay, a little bit issue, no problem, we can fix it. Then click here, then click here. So I will, for currently I will just add it this little part, not too much, just for demonstration purpose, and let's finish it out, and then we will just figure out the points. So let's select this point, let's make it here because it is a walking people, so we don't need walking people on the road. So let's select it, bring it here. Okay, and definitely you can make a bigger areas for the walking people as well. It's just a demonstration. You will just get walking people with more accuracy, and anyhow this area is created. Okay, so now select the walk, and here we can put our walking people. So let's go to the UTS Pro models, people, prefabs, select, and we can just select some people. So for example these 3 people, and let's drag drop these here. Okay, definitely you can play with these settings, we can loop pass, we can direction, backward, up, left, lot of other things, and we run speed, walk speed, etc. Let's make it walk speed 0.8, run speed 2 maybe, view angle, etc. And then we will just click on populate, and we have walking people here. So let's play the game and let's see that we have the walking people or not into our scene. So where I don't know where we have added the walking people. Yeah, here you can see that after a point our walking people are just invisible because we don't have the path, a proper path. So we just have created a path like this, and you can see the walking people. Okay, definitely you can make these walking people in the forward direction, backward direction, wave left, wave right, and lot of other things. Okay, so walking peoples are done. Now we also have the talking people population audience. So let's select the audience. So what is the audience? So for example, we have certain object, and the audience will see that object. Okay, so for example, there is a person singing a song over here, and the other people will see that person. Okay, so that is the thing which we can also add. So now what we have added, the walking people, and here it is. Similarly, the walking people, we can also add talking people, USDs. We can go to population, talking people, we can click anywhere here, and you can see we have a talking people. It is in a square, like a square type area. You can make it to a circular area if you want to do so. I will just make it a rectangular area, which is fine, and then we have a people count. Let's make it 5, and let's select some prefabs, and let's add these prefabs to this area. Okay, to the people prefabs, and that's it. People counts are 5. Populate, play the game, and you will see a talking people. Beautiful. You can see we have nice talking people over here. Okay, and one more thing is that it's not important to show this area. So for example, if you want to hide this area, the mesh here, this block, you can do so. You can select the talking people, and we should have a surface type and show surface, and we will just hide the surface. So now it will not be visible. Okay, so now you can see we have the talking people, and we can actually duplicate these peoples as well. So if we select this talking people, Control D, duplicate some people here, Control D, some people here, and let's play, and hopefully we will have more and more people. Yeah, some people talking here, some people talking here. That's it for this video. Hopefully you learn something new in this video. Please subscribe the channel and share the video as well in your community. Goodbye.